Welcome back to Future Bike Zone. The Royal Enfield Classic 350 has always been more than just a motorcycle. It's been a statement of timeless design, old-school charm, and that unmistakable thump that has captured the hearts of riders for generations. For 2025, Royal Enfield has brought forward an updated version of this legendary bike, and while it holds on tightly to its heritage, it's also embraced modern engineering to make it more refined, more comfortable, and more rider-friendly than ever before. This is a machine that isn't trying to compete with aggressive sport bikes or flashy cruisers. Instead, it focuses on delivering the pure joy of motorcycling in its most nostalgic form, but with just enough contemporary touches to fit perfectly into the current era. At first glance, the 2025 Royal Enfield Classic 350 immediately tugs at your heartstrings with its iconic design. The curvy fuel tank with hand-painted pinstripes, the generous use of chrome on the exhaust and mirrors, the signature teardrop headlamp casing, and those beautiful spoked wheels all remain because they're part of what makes the Classic 350 so instantly recognizable. The proportions are well balanced, the stance is upright and inviting, and the overall styling feels like a respectful tribute to vintage British motorcycles, which is exactly where the Royal Enfield design roots lie. But look closer and you'll notice subtle refinements. The paint quality is richer, the chrome detailing is even more polished, and the fit and finish has taken a noticeable step forward. Royal Enfield has also expanded the color palette for 2025, offering everything from elegant solid shades to two-tone heritage options that make the bike stand out while still looking classy. Underneath that retro exterior, the heart of the 2025 Classic 350 is a 349 cubic centimeters, single-cylinder, air and oil-cooled engine from Royal Enfield's new J-Series platform. It produces around 20.2 horsepower at 6,100 RPM and 27 Newton-meters of torque at 4,000 RPM. On paper, these figures might not sound groundbreaking, but numbers don't tell the whole story here. The engine is tuned for smooth, tractable power delivery, and it excels at offering a relaxed, torquey ride that's ideal for city cruising and relaxed highway runs. The thump is still there, but it's now more refined, less vibration, more precision, and a more pleasant tone, thanks to the new primary balancer shaft. This makes long rides far more comfortable compared to older models. The 5-speed gearbox is buttery smooth, with ratios spaced perfectly for both urban traffic and open roads. First and second gears are short and punchy, making it easy to maneuver in congested streets, while fifth gear allows the bike to hum along comfortably at 80 to 90 km per hour without feeling stressed. In terms of performance, the Classic 350 is not about chasing top speeds, it's about savoring the journey. The bike's cruising sweet spot is between 60 and 90 km per hour, where it feels effortless and in its element. One of the biggest improvements over the previous generation is the chassis. Built on the new twin downtube spine frame, the 2025 Classic 350 offers much better stability, improved weight distribution, and a more planted feel through corners. At 195 kilograms, it's not a light motorcycle by modern standards, but the low seat height of 805 mm and well-balanced geometry make it surprisingly easy to manage for riders of all heights. Whether you're weaving through city traffic or gliding down a scenic highway, the bike feels predictable, steady, and reassuring. Suspension duties are handled by 41 mm front telescopic forks with 130 mm travel and twin gas-charged rear shock absorbers with 6-step preload adjustment. The ride quality is plush, soaking up most potholes and rough patches with ease. This comfort-focused setup, combined with the broad, cushioned seat, means the Classic 350 is built for long hours in the saddle without fatigue. Speaking of the seat, the 2025 model retains the classic single-seat look, but Royal Enfield offers a range of accessory pillion seats, touring seats, and luggage racks for those who want more practicality. Braking performance has also been modernized without sacrificing the classic look. The bike features a 300 mm front disc with a twin-piston caliper and a 270 mm rear disc with a single-piston caliper, backed by dual-channel ABS. The braking feel is progressive and confidence-inspiring, giving the rider a good balance between stopping power and control. For a bike of this class and purpose, the brakes perform exactly as expected, safe, predictable, and reliable. When it comes to electronics, Royal Enfield has kept things simple but functional. The 2025 Classic 350 comes with a semi-digital instrument cluster that blends an old-school analog speedometer with a small digital screen displaying fuel level, odometer, trip meters, and a clock. Higher trims also offer the Royal Enfield Tripper Navigation Pod, which connects to your smartphone via Bluetooth to give turn-by-turn navigation in a minimalistic, distraction-free way. There are no fancy riding modes or complicated electronics here, just what you need for a pure riding experience. Fuel efficiency is another strong point for the Classic 350. The 2025 model delivers around 35 to 37 km/L in real-world riding conditions, meaning you can expect a range of over 400 kilometers from its 13-liter fuel tank. This makes it not only an affordable bike to own but also a practical one for long-distance touring without frequent fuel stops. And since Royal Enfield has refined the engine to be smoother and quieter at cruising speeds, covering long distances feels far more enjoyable. One of the most charming things about the Classic 350 is its customizability. Royal Enfield knows its customers love to personalize their bikes, so they built an extensive catalog of genuine accessories, everything from touring windscreens, crash guards, panniers, and chrome kits, to different seat options and handlebar styles. Whether you want a stripped-back solo cruiser, a classic tourer, or even a retro cafe-style machine, the Classic 350 can adapt to your vision. On the road, the Classic 350 gives you something that modern, high-tech motorcycles often forget: connection. The way the engine responds to your throttle, the weight of the bike as it leans into a turn, the low, confident hum at cruising speeds, it all comes together to remind you why riding is such an emotional experience. You don't ride this bike to set lap times, you ride it to feel the wind, hear that thump, and enjoy the scenery. It's about slowing down, not speeding up. As for pricing, the 2025 Royal Enfield Classic 350 is expected to start around $4,500 internationally, or roughly 2.2 Indian rupees lakh in India, depending on the variant and color scheme. This positions it in a sweet spot for riders who want a bike with premium build quality, classic looks, and dependable performance, without breaking the bank. Given its reputation for durability, simple maintenance, and a vast service network, the Classic 350 continues to offer exceptional value for money. The unique selling points of the 2025 model are clear. It keeps the timeless Royal Enfield character intact while addressing the comfort, refinement, and reliability concerns of past generations. It's built to appeal to both seasoned riders who have grown up with the Classic name and new riders looking for a motorcycle that feels special every time they turn the key. It doesn't scream for attention, but it turns heads effortlessly. It's not the fastest, but it might just be one of the most satisfying bikes to ride in its segment. Ultimately, the 2025 Royal Enfield Classic 350 proves that progress doesn't always mean abandoning the past. By respecting its heritage while embracing modern engineering, Royal Enfield has created a motorcycle that feels both familiar and fresh. Whether you're commuting through the city, exploring backroads, or heading out on a weekend getaway, the Classic 350 will carry you there with comfort, style, and that unmistakable charm that no other motorcycle can replicate. It's a reminder that sometimes, the best way forward is to keep one foot firmly in the past, and that's exactly why this bike is called the Classic.